I think BNK FEARX pretty happy with what they got. A lot of picks with a lot of strength, and it's not to say Bro don't have tools, right? They have the RE Vi, they have the reset potential, they have, you know, the Gwen can be a lot of power. Gwen has some insurance, and you know, when you have this composition... Oh, no.
We are going aggressive here as Polo and Croco going after Diablo. He is flashless, as we know. Polo chasing after them. Hype will be able to catch up. And there is the first blood going over to the Vi, quickly followed by a second. Croco's Vi, man, he is just built differently. On through, but the first Drake is going to go the way of BNK FEARX. Takes a little while for Raptor to get through the larger health bar of this Mountain Dragon. He will be able to secure it, as the Grub's going to be up in a minute 20. That's likely what the Bros are going to be playing for here.
And the Grubs are being started. Croco here, looking for an angle to get in. Will BNK FEARX just take one and leave? It looks like that's the call.
Yeah, that's what they're going to go for here. So Croco going to come over and say, all right, well, I guess we'll take the next two.
Yeah, Polu just hit 6. I think this is 100% the right decision.
Yep. Really smart, though, from BNK FEARX to just make sure that they had that tiny window and then get out before it becomes an issue. So the Bros do manage to get the feat of strength for this, right? So it's still great news. A couple of Grubs going to be really helping out the push, especially for the Gwen, to keep him alive. There wasn't enough Bro tax to make it a good play.
True.
That's what we got to. Is okay, maybe the Bro tax just came in because Diablo is so close to dead. The flash goes over, the double tap, and down goes Diablo. Hype says, yeah, you remember Challenger? I do too.
Be fine.
Great ward there as well from the Bros to make sure that they know exactly what's going on. Raptor going to be walking over it here as Morgan, I mean, he can clear out the wave with the needlework and snip, snip. There they all go. So no dive going to be available here as the Winter's Bite going wide. Polo going to be able to just crash over this wall. And we're just sort of babysitting here. Bit of a supervisation situation, Ox, as we like to say here in the LCK.
Supervisation.
Yeah. And they did definitely supervise, especially with the jungler in mid lane right there. So Raptor now going to get engaged on here. Cease and Desist is available here for Croco, but he's taking a lot of damage. Magnus Storm to follow up. There's the Cease and Desist, and he flashes away after dealing with the Monkey. Vikla just not very many options here. Did have Flash and Emperor's Divide.
But the Raptors will save Arrow.
Raptor really multitasking here as the clone is going to get charmed.
What a team player.
Yep, beautifully done.
Blocks the culling, blocks the charm, you know.
Oh, that Orb of Deception starting to do some damage here. Malignant's done here for closer. One item spikes kind of for everyone as Morgan finishes his Riftmaker relatively recently. Essence Reaver done here for Hype as well. Looking for that item number 2. But this should be first turret going over to the Bros. They already have the feats of strength as it's 4-0 on the kill score. 1 Grub and 1 Dragon.
You don't really have the setup for it in terms of vision right now, but they've actually got a lot of vision around the Dragon, but I just think you can't really contest it.
Whoa, okay, Hype is just going in. The exhaust does come down onto the Monkey. The double Cyclones have come in, but there is the Cease and Desist, and the Wukong, absolutely nothing he can do. Clear is also just getting solo killed here in this bottom lane. They've taken down Polo, but that is all BNK are going to be able to collect.
Fine, Clear, this is a pick he's typically comfortable on. This is a matchup where the Rumble, typically favored in the early levels, hasn't been able to find the momentum into the Gwen.
And hit him with needlework every time. Every time.
Yeah, I mean, Clear just didn't even look like he didn't even try and fight him. Really give them problems that they might not be able to deal with. And with Morgan being this fed, I don't really have an answer.
Well, the Gwen not going to be immune for now, as, okay, the Glacial Fissure doesn't really do too much of anything at all, as the Equalizer just not in the right place. They overextend as Diablo comes in, never mind, Morgan will be taken down. Empress Divide hits 2, the flash from Hype was forgettable at best, and that is a triple kill for Diablo. And as we were singing the Bros' praises, they just kind of don't make it work.
Oh, Croco takes a tower hit, should be able to get an execute here, so that's at least... Oh, he actually isn't. The Leandries giving Vikla that kill as well, so an even bigger boon there for BNK FEARX. We'll be able to get this bot lane tower. Will they be able to get mid as well? We'll have to see.
I mean, the gold is completely even again.
Yeah.
But BNK starting to feel more and more comfortable. Artican, they know that it's been started. Morgan going to be clearing out vision on this flank. The Rumble, I think, is still there, ready to spot him, and as we can see, he absolutely is. But Raptor is getting lower and lower. Harpoons are coming in, and Clear has to throw down the Equalizer, but it's in the wrong spot. He just misread the play completely. The Magnus Storm is decent. The Rel does still go down, but Diablo is going to follow suit. And this is what happens when the scissors are left to run amok. as BNK, they do have to back away. It is actually a 2-for-1 trade in BNK's favor, even if it did still feel like the Bros had a decent fight out of it. Morgan still wanting to play this one as best he can, as the Orbit Deception doing a fair bit of work, but the Bros still going to be backing away here. That's clear. Back in once again.
Get shredded. Your resistances get so low, and they just keep starting the Anakan. I feel like it's such a dangerous move to go for.
And the rest of the Bros are back here once again. If at first you don't succeed, let's try for it again. Clear once again is in exactly the same position, puts the Equalizer in exactly the same position, and Morgan, he goes in, but this time there's no one else there, and he's just eradicated. Closer doesn't find the charm, and there goes the Anakan over to BNK. This game, I mean, the tempo vibes have just completely changed.
Big shift to the tempo vibes. You see Closer fishing, not going to find an angle, though. The Dragon is going to be secured as well. BNK FEARX managed to navigate both the Anakan and the Dragon.
But so far in this mid to late game, they absolutely have been.
Yeah, they haven't really given any major opportunities. Since they got that big swing, it's just been those bigger fights, and sure, there've been some punchback from Bro, but...
And it is going to be the Dragon going very comfortably over to BNK. The Bros realize that it's being taken, and they are going to look to start off this Baron. This will be a fight, though, as Kellen doesn't have an opportunity to go back, as now Vikla gets a flash on top of Closer. The charm's still going to connect, though, and Kellen, he still has the door. It's not quite enough, as now Diablo trying to fight Morgan here. He goes Golden Polu with the Magnustorm. The exhaust is decent, and Polu's surviving, but the rest of his carries are not. And BNK, they turn the fight, they stop the Baron, they take the Drake, and they're looking poised to win this game.
Unfortunately, will fall in that fight and will lose the Baron.
It's just feeling like a bit of an uphill battle now. Bloodthirster completed here for Diablo as well. He is going to even be alive to pick up the Baron here. The only one to fall down in the last fight. Shiva and Azir together.
Yeah, I also
just
think
absurd.
The Brom's gotten so much value.
Yeah, man.
Like the amount of time, like when Closer went in mid and he just stood there with the door and was like, yeah, I'm what? You know, that was pretty great. When Croco tried to engage onto him and he just kind of jumped away like, okay, buddy.
To tear up these structures from the map. This rotation towards the top side going to be unanswerable here by the Bros. And now look to just set up once again. I mean, the Phalanx just gets put back together so comfortably here by BNK FEARX.
Yeah,
and
it just
first
feels
hit
like
goes down.
They don't have the damage at the moment. It feels like it's so much effort to take down a single target.
In the position where we can frame it whichever way we want. That's all right. It's in a turret, not long for the world. Last couple of seconds of the Baron going to be helping out there, and they do extend that gold lead to just over 5,000. Fantastic so far.
I mean, he's just... If there's any pick I feel like BNK FEARX would trust him on, it is the Azir. They set up such a good Azir spot for him with the bans, and Bro said, you know what? We think we can handle... No, they couldn't.
Yeah.
They couldn't. You know, they thought they could handle it. It's been a problem. He is so tanky. He does so much damage. Still yet to die. They're sending it now, though.
Yeah, they're going to look for it here as Clear is going to be flashing away. That is Infernal Soul, and that will be secured here as Cease and Desist will connect onto Diablo. Magnustorm is fantastic as well as they take down Callan to start it up, and now the Bros have found their angle, although Vikla, he may have done it himself. Never you mind. He grabs a triple, but Morgan says, I'm the golden boy, and they grab themselves the ace. Good place right now.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Croco's on a flank.
Oh, God. Let's see whether he...
Wait, they're really far. This goes down so fast.
Yeah, we can't be wasting time here, gentlemen.
Croco, where you going?
Well, they're going to strategically give up the Baron in favor of winning the team fight when BNK think that they can walk through their jungle, but they can't.
Yeah, he's been walking about with his toes out.
Sometimes that's just the way to be. You know, it makes you feel like you're on holidays, you know? Oh, dear. Well, Morgan parking himself on a little bit of a flank as Vikla is a great target if they can lock him down. Cease and Desist does come on through, but the rest of the team is here. Down to the GA does go the Vine. Now the rest of the Bros are going to show up. Empress Divide, fantastic. So's the Magnustorm though, but Closer is caught off on his own. Unable to press the R button. Now Morgan is just evaporated. And Vikla and Diablo are able to make this one work. The flash out, not going to really do anything, and I think that was the backbreaker. As BNK should be able to march up these lanes and take down the Bros here in game one.
And in the end, Morgan finishes Rabadon's after the fight, would deny the Elder flip. They try and send it on a Vikla, but he had the Zhonya's in pocket. And we see BNK FEARX will win the game. Vikla on the Azir, an absolute monster.
We miss out on the health bar of that particular Nexus turret, but that is absolutely fine. The Nexus is still going to get taken down here.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.